Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. It's Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you here tonight on a pretty nice night here in Kingston, Jamaica. 81 degrees Fahrenheit, a slight chance of rain, but overall pretty solid. We are in match day 2 of these Concacaf World Cup qualifiers, and what a match day 1 it was for this Jamaican side, putting up 4 goals in the 4-0 win against Bermuda. That has them flying at the top of Group B. Curacao and Trinidad and Tobago playing to a 0-0 draw in Trinidad, and Tobago has both those sides on 1 point. But coming into play tonight, this Jamaican side has to be feeling very good about what they were able to do on match day 1. A 4-0 win featuring 4 different goal scorers. And his head coach, Steve McLaren, talked about coming into this position that he now holds as the head coach of this Jamaican national team. He said, "I came here to go to the World Cup. That was the enticement. I'm here to help Jamaica get to the World Cup." That's what Jamaica can do tonight, or at least put another step forward towards doing. 3 points tonight could set them on to a very nice pace. Remember, it's the top team in each group that will qualify directly to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's the 2 best second-place teams that will enter the Interconfederation playoffs. But what's so unique about this Group B, featuring Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda, and Jamaica, a Caribbean team will qualify for the World Cup for the first time since 2006. That's a big opportunity for all 4 of these nations in this group. And what a chance Jamaica has here tonight after going on the road to Bermuda the other night. Chance to come home and grab 3 more points against Trinidad and Tobago. As head coach Dwight York of Trinidad and Tobago said following that game against Curacao, he said it was a game of 2 halves. He said we weren't at the races in the first half. We had to get a hold of it as quickly as possible in the second half. He said maybe there were some nerves that kicked in early on. He says that's not an excuse though, but they've got to live with that. And now coming in here to the National Stadium in Jamaica, a big opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago to come on the road and grab a result. We saw yesterday Guatemala and Suriname go on the road and grab points. Trinidad and Tobago will have that opportunity here tonight. Jamaica was one of just 2 winners in match day 1 here in the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. And they are looking to become another winner here today, joining Suriname, what they did yesterday, and 3 other matches that will kick off around the region tonight. Teams are making their way to the field here at Independence Park, the National Stadium here in Kingston. It's Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. We'll hear the national anthem of both nations as we build you up to first kick. A great atmosphere expected tonight at the National Stadium here in Kingston, Jamaica. Building you up to first kick between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Concacaf World Cup qualifiers here in Group B. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you here tonight for this match day 2 fixture. Jamaica, a chance to go 2 for 2, 6 points through 2 match days, while Trinidad and Tobago, they are looking for their first win in this final round of World Cup qualifying. Final photo ops for both sides. The classic colors for both teams tonight, high above Independence Park here in Kingston. Time for tonight's starting lineups for head coach Steve McLaren and Jamaica. A 4-3-3 of sorts for this Jamaica side, but Steve McLaren is making 0 changes to the starting lineup for the 4-0 win against Bermuda. Damian Lowe, Ronaldo Cephas, Casey Palmer, and Shamar Nicholson were the goal scorers in the game just on Friday. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's what Steve McLaren is doing here tonight. Damian Lowe is the captain of this Jamaican side, the very experienced center back who currently is without a club team at the moment, but he is performing well for his country. Our referees tonight, it is an all Guatemalan crew led by the experienced Mario Escobar. Sergio Reyna of Guatemala will also be tonight's 4th official. Damian Lowe, along with Levi Garcia, are the 2 captains for their respective nations. And in the VAR room tonight, Diego O'Hare is our VAR. Delia Bradley will be the VAR assistant. And the starting lineups for Trinidad and Tobago, head coach Dwight York, a 4-4-2 this evening. Levi Garcia will help to lead the line, but 2 key players not in the starting lineup tonight that started against Curacao. Kevin Molino is out, Daniel Phillips is out. It will be Stephen Yates to step in, along with Wayne Frederick of the Colorado Rapids of Major League Soccer. So just the 2 changes tonight for Dwight York as Trinidad and Tobago are looking for that first goal of this final round of World Cup qualifying. Trinidad and Tobago just getting into this final round, qualifying by better goal difference over Grenada in Group B in the second round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying in the second round. So a big opportunity that they have been given, and now they've been on this stage before, Trinidad and Tobago, but they haven't reached a final World Cup qualifying stage since the 2018 cycle, missing out in the 2022 cycle. And with that, we are just about set for first kick tonight from Kingston. The colors on display tonight. Jamaican yellow, Trinidad and Tobago in red. There is the whistle, and we are underway tonight from Independence Park. We've seen this a lot in world football. Straight off the opening kickoff, teams setting it deep, wanting to apply that pressure very early on in this game. Rio Cardenas will throw this back in. The 19-year-old who plays for the Crystal Palace Academy in England. And getting another start here for Dwight York and Trinidad and Tobago. Initial header won here by Jamaica. Expectations that they would be on the front foot on their home field. And this is a bright start here coming for the Reggae Boys. Cardenas again having to step in and move this upfield. It's taken by Levi Garcia as he looks to play it centrally. Garcia latches onto it again. Trying to play this in behind and into space. Dexter Lembikisa will let this run through for Jamali Waite. Andre Blake not called in for Jamaica in this window, so it is Jamali Waite to step in. He was pretty much the go-to goalkeeper last summer in Copa America for Jamaica. And when Andre Blake has not been able to start or appear for the Reggae Boys, it has been Waite, who has gotten that opportunity, a 26-year-old for El Paso Locomotive. There is Steve McLaren, hired as Jamaica's head coach last July. It's his second international job. He spent 2 years as the head coach of the Three Lions for England. He's been a head coach in England, Germany, the Netherlands since 2001. Very experienced head man, and trying to bring that experience here to this Caribbean nation in Jamaica. Trying to play over the top. Russell chasing after it. It's out of play, and a throw-in coming for Jamaica. That's Kobe Henry there in central defense. And Dwight York, the 53-year-old from Trinidad and Tobago, 72 caps in his career. Just his second head coaching job. He spent a season with MacArthur FC in Australia. He was named the Trinidad and Tobago head coach just last November, but an experienced pro himself. A long spell with Manchester United and Aston Villa, amongst other clubs for York. Mikisa puts it back in play. Here's Casey Palmer, who will run things in the midfield tonight for Jamaica. And Waite sends this long again. Trying to win that initial header. Trimmingham down and taking out that header, but Jamaica's able to keep it. Palmer on the turn. Trying something ambitious. That's close to 40 yards out there. Casey Palmer trying his luck. A goal scorer in the 4-0 win against Bermuda just the other day. Able to get Wayne Frederick on his hip. Really no danger from that shot. Chance to turn again. Here comes Cephas, deflected out of play, and the first corner kick of the game comes for Jamaica. Josiah Trimmingham there in central defense. Play this short. Tyrese Campbell cutting it in. Campbell trying to wiggle free. The cross coming in, back post, header saved! Denzel Smith up to knock that one away. Here's the flag up for offside. Smith didn't know much about that though. He made a great save to deny Greg Lee. Playing that corner kick short, and then great service coming in from Isaac Hayden. Greg Lee got up forward. He scored just one goal in his international career. May have just been going wide. Smith was taking no chances. Big switch of play. Tyrese Spicer lays this one off. Plenty of MLS talent on the field tonight for this Trinidad and Tobago side. Tyrese Spicer recently made the move to Orlando City. Wayne Frederick, who has appeared plenty of times this year, 12 appearances in all competitions for the Colorado Rapids. Kobe Henry for Real Salt Lake. A whistle here. That'll be a free kick going Trinidad and Tobago's way. Many of these players for Trinidad and Tobago do ply their trade for club in the United States, whether it be in MLS or even in USL League One. Can't forget Dante Seeley as well for CF Montreal. All that is to say, Trinidad and Tobago have a deep talent pool, and they're trying to use that here during this window. Getting some players in for maybe their first competitive matches. Similar to what Jamaica has been trying to do, dipping into their deep pool of players that maybe didn't think they would ever play for Jamaica, but are getting that opportunity now. Most of the Jamaican roster on the field tonight does play in England. Group B action tonight. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Curacao and Bermuda. Both those matches kicking off at the same time. Costa Rica against Haiti, Honduras against Nicaragua. Kick off a little bit later on tonight in Group C. Right now in Group B, it's Jamaica who is leading the charge after their big win. That goal difference could go a long way for them come the end of this competition. And Mario Escobar is telling Dante Seeley that something needs to happen here. I'm not exactly sure what. I wonder if it's his shin guards, or maybe lack thereof. He has to get something fixed. Well, Dante Seeley is going to have to make the long jog all the way across the fields. Whatever needs to happen here. Whatever Mario Escobar saw, he did not like. We're being told he's using incorrect gear under his shorts, so Mario Escobar spotted it, and Dante Seeley will have to get that sorted here as Lemby Kisa was kicked down by Tyrese Spicer. Here comes Jamaica into the attack again. Quickly cutting this in. Cephas rolling it across. There's Trinidad again to put it out. Another corner kick coming for Jamaica. So quick is Ronaldo Cephas, currently playing his club football in Russia. This cross comes in, it's knotted down, and the clearance there by Noah Powder. Able to get this out of harm's way, but the pressure ramping up here. Steve McLaren wants his team to pick up right where they left off from that game on Friday in Bermuda. Lemby Kisa, the cross. Flicked across and away from goal. A foul here. That shot ended up in the net. It was well after the whistle, and it's a free kick going to Trinidad and Tobago. Stephen Yates was the one cut down. Across there by Lemby Kisa. It's been a busy night already in central defense for Trinidad and Tobago. A free kick to put it back in play. Ten minutes gone. Jamaica on the front foot so far this evening. Jamaica going long over the top again. Denzel Smith right on the edge of his area, having to get this one out of play. Smith, another player who plays his club football in the United States for AV Alta in USL League One. That's the third division of American soccer. Smith now starting both games for Trinidad and Tobago in this international window. Here's Spicer trying to turn out of trouble and loft it forward. A foul here and a free kick on the way. Rampersad cut down. play down the line, and right now Trinidad and Tobago is just nothing going forward at the moment. Frustrating start so far for those in red. Going back to the game against Curacao the other night, the possession was just about even. Trinidad and Tobago maybe in a little bit more of the opportunities in the game. 14 total shots, 7 on target, but an expected goals of just .96. They never really threatened the Curacao goal. They did hold Curacao, however, to just 5 shots and 2 on target. Looking for those attacking players to produce something in front of goal here tonight. Again, played over the top and out of play. There have been some surprises across World Cup qualifiers in CONCACAF so far. You go back to last night, what a crowd it was in El Salvador as El Salvador played their first home match against Suriname. But it was Suriname who spoiled the party, winning that one 2-1. And Panama and Guatemala also playing to a draw last night. 4 games on the docket this evening across the CONCACAF region. Cardenas high up the field. Cephas trying to turn out of trouble. He was fouled, and a free kick on the way for the Reggae Boys. Drums are banging. Cheerleaders are going. The mascots are going as well. Fun atmosphere here in Kingston. All the way downfield and taken by Smith. Just based on FIFA ranking, when you look at this group, Jamaica would have to be seen as the favorites. Curacao, the next highest ranked team at 86. Trinidad and Tobago come in at 101. And Bermuda in the 130s. Jamaica, they showed why they should be considered the favorites in this Group B in that first match, and trying to show it again here tonight. Here they come into the attack. Ronaldo Cephas. Cardenas, physical in his defending. And Mikisa, a loose first touch. Spicer stepping in. Garcia tried to lay that one off. Out of play. And Damian Lowe said he lost that ball in the lights. Here's Cephas racing forward. Cephas. He's giving Trinidad and Tobago all they can handle down that left side. It's another corner kick for Jamaica. Chance to deliver. In swinger, couldn't beat the first man. Garcia heads it clear. This is the 48th all-time meeting between these two nations, but just the 3rd match in World Cup qualifying between the two. Jamaica unbeaten their last 5 competitive games against Trinidad and Tobago. They've not lost in a competitive fixture since 2001 against Trinidad and Tobago. They have to give Jamaica the upper hand. It was a summer that didn't quite go according to plan for Jamaica. eliminated in the group stage at the Gold Cup. Here come the Reggae Boys into the attack again. Trying to weave his way through again with Cephas. Strimmingham putting the challenge in. It's out for another corner kick. These are starting to mount now for Jamaica in this first half. Cephas just using that pace. In swinger, headed away, Trimmingham. Good work here to bring this in fields. This will run all the way out of play. Greg Lee trying to find all the space he can to get a long throw in. It's knotted away, only as far as Cephas. Cephas, shot blocked. Lee will try to track it down. It's another deflection out of play for another corner kick. Lee, all the way to the back post. This is looping out of play, and nothing on for Jamaica on another set piece. The Group B standings as we sit right now. Curacao has found an early goal against Bermuda in the 14th minute. Tahith Chong scoring that goal for Curacao. As we mentioned, that goal difference for Jamaica could prove to be quite fruitful come the end of this night and maybe the end of the groups of this final round of World Cup qualifying as well. Putting up 4 goals against Bermuda. Lowe and Seeley getting tangled up there at the end. Now a chance for Trinidad and Tobago for a long throw. They've had nothing going in the attack so far. No shots in this game. Not even much in the attacking third. Cardenas, the long throw. Bounces once, flick towards goal. Chance to shoot, it's put in the middle, and the header's over the bar. Kobe Henry had the chance for Trinidad and Tobago. Their first look at goal tonight. Those are the opportunities that Trinidad and Tobago will have to take tonight. Off a long throw, off a set piece. Just keeping the ball in a dangerous area. Last night it was Guatemala who got a fortunate deflection and fell right to their attacking player who scored the goal. And it was enough to earn a point on the road in Panama. 21 minutes gone here tonight. That was their first attack of the match. They'll look for another one here. Moved out wide, Tyrese Spicer, the cross is blocked. And a first corner kick of the night coming for Trinidad and Tobago.
Switch on now. Ty, be aware of that, Ty. Walk in. Ty, see that, Ty?
Stephen Yates stands over this. Yates, near post. Bit of a wasted service there. Couldn't beat the first man, immediately cleared. It's all the way back to Denzel Smith. Moving this forward. And cycling it out wide. Another chance to drive in fields. Hopping over a challenge. Trying to keep it moving. Trinidad Tobago can keep it. Now it's Spicer. Spicer again. Gonna turn the corner. Campbell right in his hip pocket. Spicer, that ball stayed in play off the corner flag, or did it? It's out of play. Those two yellow shirts making it so difficult to get across away. Spicer still looking for that first international goal. His 8th cap coming tonight for Trinidad and Tobago. That caromed around and out of play. A throw-in appears will go the way of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, Johnny. Isaac in front. Johnny behind. Come on. Find him, Isaac. Find him, Isaac. Let's go.
Spicer will get this back in play. Looking for that long throw. Nothing there for Trinidad and Tobago. Another clearance out to midfield. And a foul away from the ball. Casey Palmer will have his name taken. And some afters as well. Sent Wayne Frederick to the surface. Looks like just the yellow card here for Palmer. It all came on the heels of this. The clearance, and watch Palmer there. Fighting for position.
Hey, Lambo! Come in. Keep watching here. Hey, Ty, come on, Ty!
Looked like both players were just kind of coming together. Palmer does see yellow after that. And Mario Escobar in conversation now with Dwight York.
Stretch the line there, Nana. Back 4 steps up. Lambo in line, yeah. Lambo in line. Put him in there. Die! Keep going. One more. That's good. Hey, Russell, that's you, yeah?
Now Cardenas ready to deliver now on the set piece for Trinidad and Tobago. Cardenas plays it up, back post, the header away. It was Russell got his head to it first, and Greg Lee to clear this all the way upfield and out of play. Trinidad and Tobago starting to get a bit more of a foothold. Here's another look at it. That looked like, yeah, it was that kick out at the end, which is what the referee saw and what drew the ire there of Trinidad and Tobago. It was tough to tell from the other angles. That was a good look at it. It was a bit of a kick out and enough to give him a yellow card. Here's Spicer again now for Trinidad and Tobago. Working infield, here's Frederick. Mikisa trying to let this run out of play. Instead, the clearance out for a Trinidad Tobago throw. It was Jamaica who dominated the early proceedings. Now Trinidad Tobago starting to get into this game just a little bit more. Tyree Spicer looking for a dry soccer ball. Long throw, flicked away. Jamaica, the clearance, all they can do is out for another throw-in. Frederick, now Spicer. Deflection works out. Yates trying to move this forward. Referee waves it away. Levi Garcia going to ground. Some pushing away from the ball as well. No foul, no penalty. Trinidad Tobago win this back. Streaming forward again. It's moved ahead for Garcia, who cuts it in, and he scores! Trinidad and Tobago find their moment. Levi Garcia makes it 1-0. They've had almost nothing in this game so far. They built into it these past few minutes. The question now will be, did Garcia keep himself onside? It's such a tidy finish. Sending King sliding through and then having the wherewithal and the composure to just curl that around Jamali Waite. A great finish for Garcia. And Trinidad and Tobago on the board. And of course, this will be looked at by VAR to make sure that Garcia was in that onside position. And Mario Escobar is holding it just for a moment. Diego O'Hare, VAR, looking things over. It was very tight as to whether Garcia had kept himself in an onside position. On the field, it was given as a goal. These last few minutes, Trinidad and Tobago have gotten in good positions, but Levi Garcia will have to wait for his breakthrough. It is offside, it is no goal. Another look at it here. No doubt leaning into that offside position. A good look at it there. And those wearing yellow and green able to celebrate. Now Trinidad and Tobago will have to look for it again. So close to finding that breakthrough. And what a great finish it was by Levi Garcia, but as the picture showed, he was in an offside position. That's what VAR is in place to do, and it does its job. That could be seen, though, as a wake-up call for Jamaica. They have not had much going over these last few minutes. Trinidad and Tobago have gotten much more of a foothold in this game. As Greg Lee will look to throw this back in. Long throw and headed away. Taken on the volley. It's dribbled into the middle and blocked. A chance to run now for Trinidad and Tobago is played into space for Yates. Options up ahead include Tyree Spicer. Tries to go for goal. Trying to take it on the first touch. Jamaica win it back. Cephas going to ground, just able to keep it. Here's Palmer. Here's Russell. Working back in field. King, the switch of play. Ronaldo Cephas could not get there. Richard King has become a regular starter at center back for this Jamaican side. His 34th cap tonight. He plays for St. Mirren in Scotland. Just 23 years old. A real cornerstone of this Jamaican side now. King back for Damian Lowe, and news of another goal from Curacao. Tae Chong has scored again. 2 goals within 12 minutes. And Curacao have a couple of goals now on Bermuda, who, at least through 2 matches, have already shipped 6 goals. And that could really shape how this group looks at the end of it. Jamaica put up 4. Curacao has put up now at least 2. The goal difference in the matches against Bermuda could become a real talking point in Group B. Trinidad and Tobago is, of course, yet to play them. This might work out for Jamaica. Just a bouncing ball and put away. Bailey Catamarteri scores, and Jamaica leads in Kingston. What a moment for Bailey Catamarteri, the 20-year-old. He played his youth national team for England, got the call for Jamaica, just his 2nd appearance. And he scores his first international goal here in FIFA World Cup qualifying. He took this very well. It was not dealt with all that well by Trinidad and Tobago. Catamarteri makes them pay, and Jamaica has the goal to give them the advantage. Bailey Catamarteri plays his club football for Sheffield Wednesday in England. He joined the youth setup at Sheffield Wednesday at the age of 8. He's been with that team for pretty much his entire career. He had a loan spell with Lincoln City last season. Cadamarteri had some options in terms of international football. He is of Italian, Irish, and Jamaican descent. His dad, Danny Cadamarteri, did play as a professional. He never had an international appearance. He did play for the England youth national teams, just like his son, Bailey. Now Bailey getting the chance on the international stage for the Reggae Boys. Trinidad Tobago now will look to respond. Broken up in the middle, Greg Lee. They're now looking to play this into space. It's much too close to Denzel Smith. Couple step overs here. Garcia looking through the middle for Yates. Another cross fired in all the way to the backside. That did go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick coming. Ball curling out of play. The AR had a good look at it. Long distribution, headed forward. A foul here against John Russell as Frederick goes over. Free kick to Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica starting to crack down defensively again as the Group B standings continue to be updated. It is Bermuda who has found a goal. Their first goal of these World Cup qualifiers. So now Trinidad and Tobago, the only team in this group that is yet to score. And Jamaica, 6 points through 2 matches. Can't do any better than that. It's still a long way to go here tonight at home. Trinidad and Tobago going to be a tricky outfit. Another throw into Trinidad and Tobago. Team that has been very solid, Trinidad and Tobago, in their Concacaf qualifiers. Just one loss over their last 10 matches, and that only loss was against Costa Rica back in June in the second round of World Cup qualifiers. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago just getting through on goal difference in the last round. Spicer trying to take that through. Advantage being played here for Trinidad and Tobago. It's a shot from distance, and that shot is blocked. Frederick couldn't collect. Here's Russell. And Jamaica able to find a way out. Campbell. Long switch of play. It's too close to Denzel Smith. Trying to come back in field, nothing on. Trinidad and Tobago can keep it. Frederick got his foot in there. Frederick. 2 shots so far in this game for Trinidad and Tobago, neither of them on target. But they had the goal disallowed because of offside. Spicer couldn't keep that ball in play. And a yellow card is being issued. That was for the challenge a few minutes ago. That will go to Isaac Hayden. And that would something with the shorts of Noah Powder. It must be the same issue with Dante Seeley. I can hear Dwight York saying, take it off, whatever it is, under the shorts. And right now, Trinidad and Tobago down to 10. And that was the challenge. Remember, advantage was played a few minutes ago. That's why Isaac Hayden had his name taken. And Tobago win it back, looking for the long ball over the top, and nothing on, looking for Levi Garcia. Remember, it's a different look on that front line tonight. No Daniel Phillips nor Kevin Molino, who both started in the game against Curacao last week. Noah Powder still sorting whatever he had to come off the field out on in the technical area. There he is, now ready to come back on at the next possible moment. Down and down, Palmer could not get there in front of Birmingham. Russell, though, keeps it alive. Here's Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas chops it back, and Birmingham with a big clearance. Powder has come back on, sorting out whatever he had to deal with. King blocked. Now a chance to run, but it was a heavy touch. And a foul here behind the play as Spicer clattered into Damian Lowe. We are into 5 minutes of stoppage time now. This couldn't quite slow up. Palmer, the switch of play, looking for Campbell. Good work there by Noah Powder to let that ball run out of play. Powder, who currently plays in the United States for Westchester SC in USL League One. He's been a regular international player for Trinidad and Tobago. 31 caps, a couple of goals to his name at 26 years old. Gonna play, throw incoming. Group B standings. Bermuda, they've got it back level. 2 unanswered goals. Here comes Trinidad and Tobago. This one from a tight angle. Shot is saved. Trinidad and Tobago looking for that response after conceding just a few minutes ago in the 36th minute. And speaking of that game in Curacao, it was 2 goals in 12 minutes for Curacao, and then it was 2 goals within a 7-minute span for Bermuda to get it back level. That would actually be great news for Jamaica. If they can hold on to what they have here, it would be a 4-point gap between them and Curacao if everything stays as is right now. It's the top team in each group, each of the 3 groups that will progress directly to the World Cup next year. And it's the 2 best second-place teams that will advance on the Interconfederation playoff. Those 2 best second-place teams currently, El Salvador and Curacao. That is before Group C, though, has played their match day 2 fixtures, which will come up tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Campbell into space. Tyrese Campbell for Jamaica cuts it back. Campbell saved. Denzel Smith holding his ground. Campbell did ever so well to cut that one in. Just couldn't get the power on it that he had probably hoped for to try to beat Denzel Smith. They're playing behind again. Spicer. And a clearance away by King. Trinidad and Tobago looking for one final chance before the break. It's Cardenas, and we'll send this in. The in-swinger, wait, the punch away. Well done by the Jamaican goalkeeper. Through the 5 minutes as Smith sends it ahead. And the referee blows for halftime. Trinidad and Tobago have hung in this game. They thought they had a breakthrough moment in this first half. Offside took it away. Bailey Catamarteri able to put one away for Jamaica. And that's the difference through 45 minutes. At the break from Kingston, Jamaica 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Jamaica has a goal. Trinidad and Tobago still in search. Halftime from Kingston. Jamaica leads 1-0. getting set for the second half tonight from the National Stadium, Independence Park here in Kingston, Jamaica. It's Concacaf World Cup qualifying Group B action between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be back with you in the first half. Back and forth at times. Jamaica getting just a little bit more of this game. The fans, they're always ready to go. The face paint, the jewelry, and they're dancing to the music here. A lot to feel good about, because through 2 match days so far, or at least a match day and a half, it would be the full complement of 6 points. That's the maximum through these 2 match days, and based on the results from around this group, this would be a 4-point gap at the top after this window, with just 4 games left in this final round of World Cup qualifying. Remember, it's the top team in each group that will advance to the World Cup, and then the 2 best second-place teams of the 3 groups that will go to the Inter-Confederation playoffs. Some of the Jamaican players back out on the fields. They're ready to go, and why not? Because they are feeling good about how they played through 45 minutes. A little bit more to think about, though, for Dwight York and Trinidad and Tobago. They thought they had a breakthrough moment there in the first half. Wasn't quite meant to be, but this Jamaican side, in which Steve McLaren made no changes to after that 4-0 win against Bermuda on Friday, they are looking like they have picked up right where they left off. Just looking for now a little bit more bite in that attacking third. The other game going on tonight is Curacao and Bermuda. That's been a back and forth game. Curacao scored the first 2 goals, and then it was Bermuda to answer back with 2 first half goals to equalize and make it 2-2. The other games tonight, Costa Rica and Haiti, Honduras and Nicaragua will kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Those in Group C, and then that'll wrap up the September window here in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. It'll be all eyes then on what we get in October. That'll start on October 9th. Trinidad and Tobago's first match will be on the road at Bermuda, while Jamaica will visit Curacao. And then it'll be Jamaica hosting Bermuda and Curacao hosting Trinidad and Tobago. So TNT on the road for their next 2 matches, so it's 3 straight in total. And then they'll play both of those November matches on their home fields. Those games could mean a lot for at least qualifying for second place. Mario Escobar looking at his watch, ready to go for the second half from Kingston. There is the whistle, and here we go. 45 more minutes between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago to close out the September international window. That touchdown of play rolling all the way past the end line. And a goal kick is given here for Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago, they've run into a bit of a rough patch. Winless in their last 4 matches, just 1 win in their last 7 here in 2025. That win was against St. Kitts and Nevis in World Cup qualifying back in June. Trying to get back on the right track. They've spoiled plenty of teams' journeys to World Cups in the past, and tried to get back to the World Cup themselves for the first time since 2006. That was the last time a Caribbean nation has made it to the World Cup. Somebody in this group will break that streak, because somebody has to qualify out of this Group B. Seeley lays it off for Wayne Frederick. Frederick goes for goal, and just wide. A good look there for Frederick right out of the gates in this second half. Seeley did ever so well just to lay this off, and Wayne Frederick getting it onto that favored right foot. Just couldn't quite pick out the corner. He knows that was a great chance to find the equalizer. Some pressure here on Kobe Henry. Seeley trying Trying to weave through a couple of players. He'll get a throw in for Trinidad and Tobago. Dwight York said coming out of the game against Curaçao, I continue to say we're more reactive than proactive, but I'm working to turn that around. He said that showed against Curaçao. Well, this Trinidad and Tobago side now trying to get out on the front foot. Here's Levi Garcia to put it in front. It's right at the goalkeeper, Jamali Waite. Trying to play in behind, and Trimmingham there to break it up. Driving forward again is Garcia. Lays this off for Dante Seeley. Deflected out of play. Corner kick coming for Trinidad and Tobago. Just the third corner kick of the night for Lesoko Warriors. Garcia, he's been leading this attack tonight. In swinger, headed up into the air by King. Frederick lofted over the top. Trinidad and Tobago trying to get on it, nothing doing. And now a chance to run here for Jamaica. Ronaldo Cephas looking to turn the corner there on Seeley. It's waved away. There's nothing there. Good work here by Spicer. Spicer still a cross bouncing in. It never got to Seeley. Second ball though picked up. Cardenas plays it through the middle, and Seeley's shot deflected out of play. Another corner kick coming for Trinidad and Tobago. And how about this start to the second half? Seeley doing it on both ends. Seeley just kind of leaning there on Cephas. It didn't look like there was much of a foul in that sequence. And now it's another corner kick for Trinidad and Tobago. Just 5 minutes into this second half. Cardenas, out swinging ball, headed away. Top of the area, and nothing there for Stephen Yates. His shot well wide. If you're Dwight York, you have to be pleased about how this second half has started. The atmosphere in Kingston has been good. And Jamali Waite taking his time to put this back into play. This one straight out of play, and it appears a couple of subs could be in the offing here for Jamaica. Spicer, he's had a bright start to this second half, and looking to continue that. Campbell battling for it, comes away with it. Campbell down the line, and flag stays down. The cross coming in for Kenamar Terry, loose in the middle, and now the flag is up. Offside the call. And now the subs coming. End of the night for Casey Palmer. That'll be Karoy Anderson to come on to replace him. Palmer picking up that yellow card in the first half, and Steve McLaren Not want to take any chances here with Palmer. Will also be the end of the night for Tyrese Campbell. And Kaheem Dixon will come on. A couple of 20-year-olds will enter, but who have plenty of experience. Dixon, 19 caps, 3 goals under his belt. For Croy Anderson, 14 caps and no goals so far in his international career. And still no Damari Gray, along with Leon Bailey, not part of this window once again for Jamaica. They're still getting the job done. Katamar Terry trying to move this forward. Going to ground there was Greg Lee. That's good skill by Katamar Terry. It's lifted out wide. Dixon tracking it down. Kaheem Dixon just onto the fields. Plays this off, Lembi Kisa. Just behind his intended target, John Russell, and the clearance out of play. Now Jamaica starting to pick it up. Play is being held here for just a moment. Did that strike a hand of Kobe Henry? Now looked to be right at his side in a natural position. That would be extremely harsh. And play will continue here. To the end line, the cross deflected out. Dixon asking for some passion from the fans. A corner kick awarded to the Reggae Boys. Lembi Kisa ready to deliver for Jamaica. Lembi Kisa, driven ball, back post. King was there. Still a chance to hit this. Russell puts it back in, and Smith sees it out of play. Haley Katamar Terry's first international goal is the difference so far. The English Youth International. Now applying his trade for the Jamaica national team. Long throw. Trinidad the header. Lee again nods it forward. Lee moving this back. And Richard King. Darting forward, Lembi Kisa somehow is able to keep it. Dixon lifting it ahead. Katamar Terry bouncing through. Russell scores! Jamaica find a second, up and running in World Cup qualifiers. Was almost waiting for the flag to come up. At a certain point, it stayed down. Lebikisa was able to keep it. Dixon did ever so well. Oh, Russell, this is going to have to be looked at. It looked like he was in an offside position, although that did come off the head of a Trinidad and Tobago defender. Now, was that considered a deliberate touch? That is going to be the big question here. Henry got his head on it. Russell was no doubt in an offside position when it was last touched by a Jamaican player. Russell celebrating, but this might just be held up for a moment. Diego O'Hare, another one to look at here. Deliberate touch, it's so subjective. Kobe Henry, could he direct that ball with his head? That's the big question. Did he have a controlled touch off his head? Is the way to think about it. This will be an interesting one for Diego O'Hare to decipher. Because there's no doubt Russell was in that offside position, but because Kobe Henry got a touch to it, could it be considered a deliberate touch? Damian Lowe's asking for some noise from the crowd now. The goal is confirmed. 2-0 to Jamaica. The fans enjoying themselves here in Kingston. Another look here. That is what is being considered a deliberate touch by Kobe Henry. Now Russell gets the goal. It's his 5th international goal for Jamaica and his 13th cap. Currently playing for Barnsley in lower divisions in England. To the end line, Garcia. Now play, goal kick. And really how this game has turned. Trinidad and Tobago thought they led this game 1-0, but it was Garcia who was offside. And then Jamaica get the next 2 goals. And all of a sudden, things spiraling out of control for Trinidad and Tobago. The only team in this group that is yet to score. Still 2-2 between Curaçao and Bermuda and Willemstad. And in Group C, both matches on match day 1 finishing in draws. So a lot to play for tonight. See who can grab that first win and take control of that group. Spicer playing it in fields. Levi Garcia trying to find space. Too many touches. And a whistle comes. Another look here. Frederick just getting caught, bringing Russell down. Jamaica is trying to make it back to the World Cup for the first time since France in 1998. They were able to reach the final stage of qualifying back in 2022, the cycle leading up to that World Cup. And right now, they are putting themselves in a great position to go back to the World Cup for the first time in 28 years. Over the top, and nothing on, and Trinidad and Tobago looking to kickstart that attack again. Trying to find those moments like they did at the end of the first half and the first few minutes of this second half. The Jamaica goal may have taken the wind out of the sails, at least for the time being. Turned over. Garcia looking at field. It's a quick finish. And one back for Trinidad and Tobago. Levi Garcia gets his goal. 2-1 in Kingston. Exactly what Trinidad and Tobago was looking for. Garcia was first to pounce. He's trying to play out of the back, and it all went wrong. Garcia able to slide that finish by Jamali Waite. The question will be, did he keep himself onside? Yates able to connect with Garcia. And the captain delivers. It's his 11th international goal, if it stands. Remember, the first goal that he scored tonight was chalked off due to offside. Diego O'Hara having to look at this again. And offside is the call. No goal. It looked like he was still trying to get himself back in that onside position. It didn't quite happen, and those Trinidad and Tobago fans have celebrated 2 goals, neither of which are on the scoreboard. And now 2 subs. Ryan Telfer and Nathaniel James. Nathaniel James, the 21-year-old, 18 caps, 5 goals, currently plays for Portland Hearts of Pine in USL League One. Dante Seeley will be one of those exiting, Stephen Yates the other. As for Ryan Telfer, 31 years old, 33 caps, 10 goals. He currently plays his club football for the Halifax Wanderers in the Canadian Premier League. Frederick progressing. Second ball picked up. Spicer trying to weave through. Oh, look at that little flick by Russell. And it springs Jamaica forward. Played over the top. Catamarteri saved. Just something in transition there for Jamaica. Catamarteri, I'm sure, would like that one back. I had to take it on the first time. The angle was getting tight, and the time he had was very slim. Floated over the top. A header away by Greg Lee. Anderson. Jamaica has to feel good about where they have this game at the moment. They have been in control this evening. Trinidad and Tobago thought they have scored twice. Levi Garcia scoring both of those, but he was in an offside position on both of those instances. VAR taking away those 2 goals. Chance to move upfield now. Catamarteri. Broken up through the middle. Now whistle, and it goes back the other way. That was the finish by Levi Garcia. He was in the offside position. Those Trinidad and Tobago fans, not a whole lot to cheer about at the end. Well offside as well. Giveaway. Wait, and a scramble to get back in goal. That pass forward was too slow, but it's picked up by James. Chance to hit this. And it sails well out of play. Levi Garcia longing to find that breakthrough moment. Not quite a full moon, but pretty close. Clear night here in Kingston. Controlled header by Rampersad. Trinidad and Tobago getting on the ball and trying to create opportunities. Telfer weaving forward, broken up, deflected out of play. A throw into Trinidad and Tobago. Another long throw coming, Cardenas. And taken by Jamali Waite. Played long over the top. Here's Greg Lee. Trying to turn the corner again. Cephas. Now Telfer and Trinidad and Tobago looking for a way out. It's just the long ball over the top. Can't win the second ball. But they'll get the third. Here they come. Nathaniel James. James cuts it in. James! It's spilled! And Garcia's there again! And he has a hat trick of offside goals. That one won't count either. It's a head in shirt moment. Well offside yet again. That has got to be the most deflating moment for Garcia. The moment he turns and sees the flag up again. Although this time he didn't have to wait for a VAR check. A tough night at the office for Garcia, but still time to find at least one. Frederick keeps it. Cardenas for Telfer. Telfer, the delivery, back post. Too far for Levi Garcia. Both teams have used 2 subs, and now Garcia shake it up as subs will be coming on. Jaron Jackie and Justin Obikwu will come on. The end of the night for Levi Garcia. He left a lot out there tonight, as wasn't meant to be for Garcia, the captain this evening. Wayne Frederick will also exit. Obikwu, the 21-year-old, plays for Lincoln City in the UK. 3 caps, no goals. Jaron Jackie, the 24-year-old, just his 2nd cap as he comes on here tonight. Another look at this chance. Garcia lunging for it and maybe leaving the field just a bit, shake it up. There will be 1 more sub. That's it for Tyrese Spicer as well. Kyle Ovray will come on. Ovray, who currently plays for the Columbus Crew 2. 15 caps, no goals, 21 years old. Oh, miscommunication there. King and Waite. And it's put out of play. King saying that should have been mine. Waite saying the same thing. No communication between those two. Usually you see a goalkeeper come and take that, especially with just a little bit of pressure coming from Obikwu there. And now it turns into a corner kick opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago. In-swinger, Cardenas. Headed away. Telfer brings it down. Tries to keep it moving. And the clearance all the way upfield. On the turn. Move forward again. James. From an almost impossible angle there. Not afraid to shoot since coming on. Fans have had their moments here to cheer for their side. Those 2 goals, the difference in this one tonight. Trinidad and Tobago have been close, but have not officially been able to break through. A whistle here, and subs coming. Jashawn Anglin and Shamar Nicholson. End of the night for one of the goal scorers, John Russell. Applause for the crowd here in Kingston. It'll also be the end of the night for the other goal scorer, Bailey Catamarteri. Both goal scorers exit here with about 13 minutes to go. Job done for those 2 attacking players. Jashawn Anglin, who currently plays domestically for Mount Pleasant. Shamar Nicholson comes on, plays for Tijuana in Liga MX. 20 goals to Nicholson's name in his international career. Another look at the goal for Catamarteri. Bit of a misplay there at the back by Trinidad and Tobago, but they're coming forward here, trying to cut into this deficit. Trimmingham. Chance from distance now. Shot blocked. Ovray coming off the bench, trying to make an impact. Oh, this touch around the corner. Nicholson, though, was too close to Denzel Smith. That's what fresh legs can do. And this was the last goal. John Russell. Job well done by those two. Trimmingham coming forward. It appears there will be one more sub for Jamaica. It's the end of the night for Ronaldo Cephas. Defensive reinforcements coming on. Mason Holgate. Just the 9th cap for Holgate as he comes on. Current player for Al Gharafa in Qatar. 28-year-old, formerly of Everton. Quick passing, and now played over the top. Shamar Nicholson is in, and Nicholson puts it wide. Another big chance for Jamaica. They haven't had many in this second half. Nicholson has come on and put some pressure on this Trinidad and Tobago back line. Simple ball over the top. Nicholson tracked it well. It was deflected there by Josiah Trimmingham. And it will be out for a corner kick now. Played short. The deflection, Smith had to come and punch that one away, and he is shaken up here. Long throw. Greg Lee into the area, headed away. Trinidad and Tobago eventually able to get this one away. Off to the far side for Richard King. Kaheem Dixon shows a bit of skill. King. Dixon still battling. Turns it back. Jamaica can keep it. Another cross in. There's Nicholson. A lot of power behind that shot. It came right off the head of one of the Trinidad and Tobago defenders. Kobe Henry putting his body on the line there. Boy, there was a lot of power behind that. Another look here, lead, and it was Nicholson on the turn, and that's right off the side of the head of Henry. My goodness. Well, it's a thankless job as a center back, and he's back on his feet. Another goal for Curacao. They have retaken the lead. 75th minute goal in that one. Curacao, they were up 2-0. Bermuda brought it back to 2-2, and now it's Curacao leads again. That changes the picture in Group B. Cardenas, long throw. Chance to run here. And it was quickly closed down by Cardenas. Now Powder. Trinidad Tobago will have to turn all the way back to Smith, then restart with 6 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Trying to cut this infield. Move back out. Birmingham. Bouncing over the top. Damian Lowe, physical defending there. No whistle, and it's a play on. Jamaica in the driver's seat right now, both in this game and in Group B. 6 points out of their first 2 matches. Can't get any better than that. Right now it'd be 6 goals scored and none conceded as they come forward again. Cutting it in fields, shooting chance, it's just dribbled out in front. Played over the top again. The big match coming for Jamaica in this group will be their next match. A road trip to Curacao. Steve McLaren knows, just based on the results through these first 2 match days, those are the top 2 teams in this group. And that game will have a lot of say as to who will progress. Those teams will also meet each other on match day 6. That could mean a whole heck of a lot if nobody has officially clinched that spot at the top of the group. A whistle here, high boot. And a yellow card is out. Kobe Henry is down again. And a yellow card will go to Kaheem Dixon. That kind of back heel by Dixon. Trinidad and Tobago still looking for something out of this game tonight. Lee will let this roll through, and taken by Jamali Wade. The possession in this half, 56% of it for Trinidad and Tobago. 8 shots, 1 on target. Here's Cardenas. Gonna play in behind. Good ball there, trying to connect with Ryan Telfer. And Jamali Wade there to claim it as we're into the 90th minute now. Levi Garcia put the ball in the back of the net 3 times tonight, and all 3 times they were disallowed. Twice via VAR, and 3rd time the flag came up almost immediately. Rolled in behind again. And rolling all the way out of play. Jamaica with a very professional performance so far in this one. They found their 2 goals. And now they're just trying to see this out to the finish line with stoppage time about to be announced. It is 5 minutes, just like it was in the first half. Dwight York appears to have wanted more. Trying to play in behind Strimmingham. He's been a big player on that back line. Kisa taking his time. Jamaica in no rush at this stage. Long throw. James out of play, but a quick throw in here. Cardenas trying to get it going again. Trying to play over the top, and it's too close to Denzel Smith. Switch of play. Cross played all the way to the backside. Now it back into those central areas. Still nothing on. Moved out wide, Cardenas. 2.5 minutes to go. Here's James. Blocked out of play. It's a corner kick coming for Trinidad and Tobago. Looking for something right up until the very last. This one quickly taken and quickly headed away. Again, trying to make something of this, Cardenas. All the way to the back post, not essentially. Prasad, a deflection. Struck again and blocked. Out of play. It's a throw into Jamaica and more precious seconds ticking away. Yellow card given here for time wasting, it would appear. All the way out of play. Trinidad and Tobago will try to finish this one strong. Dexter Lembi-Kisa having his name taken at the end of this one. Maybe one more chance for Jamaica. Some contact, it's waved away. They are in agreement with that one as well. Not taken correctly on the goal kick. Final seconds ticking away. Jamaica will continue their dominance against Trinidad and Tobago. This will be their 6th straight match in which they have not lost a match in a competitive fixture. There is the final whistle. Jamaica finishes off a perfect international window. 2 wins out of 2, 6 points, and control of Group B. It's back to the drawing board for Trinidad and Tobago, who are without a goal through their opening 2 fixtures. Jamaica has taken control of this group as many expected them to, and they are that much closer to getting back to the World Cup for the first time since 1998. Full time from Kingston, Jamaica 2, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Full-time highlights tonight from Kingston, Jamaica. It's Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers. Jamaica playing host to Trinidad and Tobago. In the early going, Jamaica on the front foot in this one, trying to assert their dominance on their home field, and it was in those attacking areas. Chance for Tyrese Campbell to lay this one off. Good ball played to the back post by Isaac Hayden, and Denzel Smith forced into an early save, denying Greg Lee of that opportunity. Then it was Campbell's turn to cross. King putting it in a good area. Just couldn't get enough power on the header. Jamaica getting closer and closer. Same thing with Trinidad and Tobago. They built in the game in the first half. In the early going, this ball bouncing around the box. This was the first good chance of the game. Kobe Henry heading that one up and out of play. And then it would be a moment in which Trinidad and Tobago thought they would get their noses out in front. Levi Garcia did all the hard work, but he did not keep himself in an onside position. This goal would be chalked off. You can see there in the offside position. A decision from Mario Escobar, no goal. Stays at 0-0. It didn't take very much longer then for Jamaica to find that opening goal. Very well taken by Bailey Catamarteri, picking up the misplay out of the back by Trinidad and Tobago. And the finish there, put away by Catamarteri, his first international goal. And a big moment there for Jamaica to get them on the board first this evening here at Independence Park. This miscommunication, Henry didn't react quick enough. Catamarteri did. And in the end, a well-taken goal by Bailey Catamarteri for his first international goal. At the end of the first half, maybe a few half chances for Trinidad and Tobago, but nothing to break through. This one right at the end of the first half for Tyrese Campbell, cutting it in, and it's saved again by Denzel Smith. And come the second half, more opportunities. This ball just bouncing around the box, and eventually it fell to John Russell, who was able to put it away for a second goal on the night for the Reggae Boys. Lemby Kisa able to stay with it. Dixon just popped right off the head of Kobe Henry. It was deemed a deliberate touch. And it made it 2-0 to the Reggae Boys. The fans in Kingston enjoying it. And Jamaica showing what they're made of. 2 wins out of 2. This would be another moment for Trinidad and Tobago. Levi Garcia, though, in an offside position. Another goal chalked off due to offside. And you can see the reaction from Garcia. Can't believe that it happened again. Not meant to be for Garcia. And Jamaica wins it. Full-time stats, Trinidad and Tobago, more shots in this game, more possession, but Jamaica just more clinical at the end of the day. They get their 2 goals, and they get a clean sheet. 6 goals scored, none conceded for Jamaica through their first 2 matches. That will do it for our coverage tonight from Independence Park in Jamaica. For our entire crew, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Kingston.